was wringing my hands and crying. From 4 till late I was wringing my hands and crying. I believe to my soul that your daddy's Gulfport bound. Now from Memphis to Norfolk is a 36-hour ride. Yeah, from Memphis to Norfolk is a 36-hour ride. Said a man's like a prisoner, he's never satisfied. And a woman is like a dresser, some man is always rambling through its drawers. Said a woman is like a dresser, some man is always rambling through its drawers. And he caused so many men wearing a brown overall. Now from 4 till late she get with a no good bunch of clown. Yeah, from 4 till late she get with a no good bunch of clown. Now she won't do nothing but tear a good man reputation down. Now when I leave this town I'm gonna bid you farewell. When I leave this town I'm gonna bid you farewell. When I return again you'll have a great long story to tell.
Okay, so let's start out with the intro, and we're going to be concentrating on the 1st and the 4th strings, and we're on the 8th fret here. Okay, so both the pinky and the ring finger are on the 8th fret and on the 1st and the 4th strings, and we have this kind of typical Robert Johnson idea going on, which is okay, so basically the ring finger is descending, okay, so that's the 4th string, is going from the 8th fret to the 7th, to the 6th, to the 5th, okay, in conjunction with this 1st string ringing out. So we have repeat, okay, and then we go into a G7. Okay, so my advice with this is just try and make it your own. It doesn't have to be, you know, like I'm playing it or Robert Johnson's playing it or anybody else. You know, you can kind of, there's plenty of scope for variation here on this little section. Then G7. Okay, so now we're into the song proper. And the first chord after the G7 is a C. Now we're playing 5-4-6-4 in the bass, and you'll see that the ring finger travels from the 5th string to the 6th string, and we add the pinky to make a C7. Then we go to an F, back to C. Okay, and then we can put in a little, which I'll come back to. Then we go back to an F, then an F sharp diminished. Okay, and essentially all I'm doing here is I'm borrowing the bottom 4 strings of the 4th fret and then my middle finger and my ring finger are going on the first and third strings of the 5th fret. Okay, then we come back to a C. Okay, now this idea is quite common. You're probably familiar with that in Nobody Knows You, Eric Clapton and things like that. It's a drop down from the C. So we're going on the 5th string, 3, 2, 1, open into an A7. Okay. Then we go to a D7. Now we can play a D7 here, or we can play a D7 here. It's your choice, and I would urge you to experiment. Then we go to a G and a C, and then we have this turnaround, which is okay. And so essentially that's just a C, then an F, but I'm not having to play the full F because I'm only playing the 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings. And then I'm barring on the 1st fret there, the bottom 4 strings. And again, I'm just playing the 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings. And then back to a C and a G7. So that whole little section is. And essentially, we've now gone around a verse one time. Okay, so let me just kind of play that for you slowed down so we can put all those chords together that we've just looked at. Okay, so starting with the C, alternate, C7, F, F minor, C, F, F sharp diminished, C, D7, G, off with the pinky, C. Okay, so that's the turnaround. Now there are lots of variations that you can play in the song, and lots of different chord positions that you can play. Kind of same chords but in different positions. So let's kind of take a look at some of the kind of some of those ideas, if you like, and some variations on what we can do throughout the song. Okay, so if we start in C, now we can put this riff in. Okay, and all we're doing is we're taking our pinky and our index finger. They're in this position here, as you can see. Okay, so 1st and 3rd frets, and the index is on the 1st string of the 1st fret, and the pinky is playing the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. Now we slide that position up 2 frets. Okay, so that's all we're doing. And ending up in a C. Now again, you can play, or you can play. There are many variations, so I'll leave that to you what you decide to play there. Okay, and then to finish the lick, what I'm playing is okay, so we're ending in a C7, then we're going back to an F, F sharp diminished, C. Okay, so that's the drop down. Now when I finish, when I'm on that part of it, so 3, 2, 1, you'll notice that my middle finger's playing the second string of the first fret. Instead of playing this kind of drop down in the C, you can play okay, so it's just the lick we've looked at. We're just sliding that A. Then we have a choice of D7. We can play it here or here. You can even play the kind of bottom half here. G. You can play your G there. Then like an open before you land on the C. Okay? So that's just to kind of show you the chords and things, so you can kind of work your way through it and get familiar with the chords. Now when you finger picking the song, the bass is always important. So we've got 5/4, 6/4. For the F, I'm playing 6/4. C, back to your 5/4, 6/4. Okay? So when you come to the F sharp diminished, you just want to be looking at the bottom 4 strings. You can play that how you want. And then of course for the drop down, or as I said, D7, that's the C7 moved up, or a typical D7 with an F sharp in the bass, and then a G or a G, off with the pinky and our little turnaround. One thing to remember is at the very beginning when we're in the C, F, you can play that F minor. Okay, so you're going F before you go back to the C. Or you can just hold an F major. Okay, but I kind of like the sound. And then from there we can kind of refine the song and add more melody notes and put in some licks, or take it in the direction that we want to go in, you know, expand a little bit and put some of our own ideas in. So for example, the first notes of the lyric are from 4 to late, yeah, and you have those notes are all on the 2nd fret, 3rd and 4th strings. From 4 to late. Okay, so you can incorporate that if you wanted to. Yeah, and then when we play the F, you know, we can do something like that to the F sharp diminished. Back around again. So like many things, it's just getting familiar with all the kind of chords and the sequence of the chords and everything else, and then just gradually adding some of the elements to kind of refine the song. So hopefully that helps you guys, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop me a line down below and I'll check that out and get back to you. Thanks for watching.